What is going on, my friends? Welcome back to the channel. Today's video, we are going to be doing a little bit of paint work, which I haven't done for a while on the wide body Evo 10. Starting off with the trunk. I got the trunk pulled off here. I want to make this thing full carbon. It's a Duluck trunk. It is carbon fiber. Someone painted it really red and half the clear is already peeling off. So I'm going to grab a DA sander and start trying to sand all this paint off. It's going to take a while, so let's get started. So I found out I did not have 180 grit here. I had 80 grit and 320. So I used 80 grit. I felt like I was kind of cheating. Hopefully it didn't completely destroy anything. I think it should be fine. One thing that really sucks that I'm kind of disappointed about is this trunk has holes, as you can see, for a wing. So we have two options. Option one is go ahead and just vinyl wrap it as is. Leave these things filled if we want to keep it wingless. Or option two is go ahead, punch these things out. We'll have some little holes in there for now, and later on, throw a big wing on it. I think I'm gonna go with option two because I just spent about 3 hours sanding this entire thing down. I do still need to sand up in here somehow, which by hand this can take forever, so we'll figure that out tomorrow. The entire trunk is paint free and red free. So as of right now, it's all sanded down with 80 grit. I'm gonna run through, hit it with 180. I just picked up a 180 disc, hit it with 180, and then I'm gonna go to 320 wet, probably 400 wet, then 600 wet. I just can't keep burning through. Like this edge right here, it's gonna look a little bit funny. And then in this taillight pocket, if you go too deep, it gets a little ugly looking. So hopefully we don't mess it up too bad. So this entire thing sanded down and looks absolutely ridiculous, but here's how it should look with some clear. This is waxing grease remover. That's down to 600 grit. That should be enough to not see any sort of sand scratches through the clear. I'm probably gonna do 4 coats of clear on this thing just so we have enough material to really just polish it out and make it look perfect. But that was a lot of work. There's definitely some character to this trunk. For example, let's see here, right here, stuff like that. I don't know, I think it's kind of cool. It just shows our work and our very limited skills. If I didn't use 80 grit, we probably wouldn't have areas like that, but it is what it is. I think it looks kind of cool. It should look really sick underneath the clear. Huh, interesting. Before I set up our paint booth and do the whole thing, we might as well re-clear our carbon fiber mirrors. As you can see, the APR mirrors are starting to peel, so that should be a pretty easy sand job. Let's go ahead and pop these things off. I'm not gonna use 80 grit on here. I'm gonna try to go just 320, 400, 600, but I might have to go down to like a 220 to get all the initial clear coat off. So we did get the mirror caps all sanded down. I did pull the mirror caps for the APR mirrors on the FRS as well, because those were also peeling. So we got those sanded down. And as you guys saw, well, before that, before I cracked one of the mirrors, I dropped a mirror and the glass fell out and did not crack. So I'm like, they must be easy to remove. So I got 3 of them out and the 4th one I cracked. Thankfully, they're only about $20 to replace. So mirror caps are ready to go. I did 320 and then 600. The trunk is ready to go. And I also am gonna spray the grill section on our front bumper. From this whole edge in, it's all gonna be black. And it was vinyl wrapped before. Like I said earlier, this car is gonna be vinyl wrapped again, but that is gonna be so much easier for me to paint, being that we're already gonna have the paint booth set up and we're already gonna be spraying. We might as well spray that out gloss black at the same time. So yeah, that is where we're at. All right guys, it's the next morning. So here's the quick plan for the day. I need to go ahead and sand down the grill section on the bumper. We're gonna hit it with 320. Then I'm gonna seal it, base coat, which is just gonna be some generic gloss black that I have here at the shop. And then clear coat on this, the trunk, and the 4 mirror caps. So let's go ahead and get this thing scuffed up real quick. Should be quite simple and easy. There's not much to do. It's just bare fiberglass with some sort of gel coat on it. Bumper is sanded down, ready to go. So I sanded the whole entire grill section, and I'm also gonna spray inside these little vents on the corner. I'm gonna spray those black as well. We can always wrap over them with the color of the car that we're gonna be doing, which I don't wanna tell you guys yet, but I think it might look kind of cool, contrasted against the wrap color. We have to do a little bit of masking on the bumper, but first up, let's get this giant paint booth inflated, because I have an inflatable, that's really bright. I have an inflatable paint booth, if you guys do not remember. And it's sick. It's so handy, especially in the summertime. All right, we got the booth set up. Bumper is all masked off. I have our sealer mixed up over here. Bumper is cleaned with wax and grease remover. Now let's go ahead and move the bumper into the booth. Go ahead, shoot the sealer on there, give it some time, and in the meantime, we can figure out what kind of black paint we're gonna put on. I know I think I have like obsidian black pearl. I might have some paint from my truck. I know I got some sort of random black we can shoot on this thing. Holy shit. I wish I had a thermometer. It's gotta be like 120, 130. It's about 93, 94 degrees outside, and the sun baking into that booth. It's outrageously hot, which is kind of cool. It's like our own makeshift baking oven for our painted parts. Sealer laid out absolutely beautiful. Probably because it's so damn warm out, it just dries right when it hits the damn bumper. And just like that, my friends, we are all done painting these parts. I am in a hurry, I gotta get out of here, so I did have to move the parts from the booth into the shop. Well, they're still a bit wet, and I would not recommend it because as soon as I walked outside, I did see a little bit of dust land on our freaking beautiful carbon fiber trunk. This thing turned out so damn good. Wow, I'm stoked. So trunk turned out perfect. Front bumper, the grill section turned out really, really nice. Of course, there's gonna be a little bit of dirt here and there in this thing. And then 2 mirrors. Like I said earlier, we're doing 4 mirror caps. 2 of them fell. So I did have to quickly strip them and redo them. But here, I'm just gonna come back. I'm just gonna come back to the shop tonight and I'll show you guys all the parts and pieces when they're dry. But I must say, spraying when it's like 120, 130, 500 degrees in the booth is so nice. There's no runs. You can just lay it on thick. It lays down flat, no runs. It's much better painting when it's hot versus when it's 40 degrees out. All right, I'll see you guys in a minute. You gotta come check out my paint job, Bobby. I'm tired too, it's okay. We gotta get your official take on it since paint just runs in your family, you know what I'm saying? So let me get you a mirror cap. Not bad?
Those look really good. Dang.
I got the Wallace approval. What about that trunk that used to be red? Don't mind it, still needs a polish. There's some dust and dirt.
Sheesh, looks like mine.
Not bad, huh? So here's the trunk. We slapped 3 coats of clear on this thing just so there's enough material to nicely sand down and polish out, make it absolutely perfect. And then from bumper as well, here's the grill section. This is gonna be much easier this way versus trying to wrap all this, because as you can see, there's a lot of little intricate details. Okay, well, I'm extremely tired, so I'm gonna call this a wrap right here. I hope you guys enjoyed this little series, this little video that I made for you guys of sanding carbon fiber all day. And it turned out better than I would expect. Here's that one area I was showing you guys earlier that's what happens when you sand too far in the carbon. But honestly, I don't mind. I think it's a cool little touch. Of course, I mean, I'd rather have it not there, but being that I did it myself, it's not a big deal. Peace out, friends. I'll see you guys in the next video.